Hello and welcome to another episode of Dear Kev on Stage, the show where I give you the best, worst advice on the planet. You can submit your questions to dearkev@kevonstage.com. If you don't submit questions, we won't have a show. So please submit your questions. You'll always remain anonymous. I'll never say your name on camera because I want to protect you and the innocent children of the world. With that, let's get started. Dear Kev, my boyfriend of over a year cheated on me with his new manager, who just so happens to be a toothless, supposed former drug addict who was convicted of pimping out young women. He then broke up with me and started seeing her. How do you get over such a betrayal from someone who was once your best friend? Simple. You hurt him worse. You don't cheat on him with his best friend. That's what people would expect you to do. You don't revenge porn him. No, here's what you do. You go find his grandpa, Pop. Go to his nursing home, Whispering Willows Home for Seniors, and you say, Pop, I'm finna throw this thing on you. And then you make video, okay, with you and Pop engaged in nefarious activities, and then you send that to him. Oh, you want to cheat on me with my toothless drug addict manager? Well, look what your grandpa was doing. He wasn't playing bid whiz. Nah, he was all up in this butt. Yeah, you thought he had Jell-O that day. Nope, that was my butt. And it's consensual. Make sure he doesn't have like Alzheimer's or dementia or anything like that. Don't take advantage of Pop. But say, hey, Pop, you over here looking good with your little saggy body, boy. Ooh, I'm going to throw that thing on you. Now, you make sure Pop lives because you know them older men, you start twerking on him, he might have a heart attack. But then also that might be the ultimate revenge. Like, man, I threw that thing on your Pop and he died. And that's your fault. Nah, don't kill his grandpa. Directly. Indirect. As a result of great sex, I mean, that's getting back at him. Or you can do the healthy thing, which is move on with your life. Let me tell you what breaks your ex's heart. You being happy. You don't have to punish him with revenge sex with his grandfather. Just move on with your life. Garden. Read books. Take pictures of your life as if he never existed. That's true pain. True pain is you just moved on without me. You just happy. Oh, no, I can't live with that. Just move on, baby girl. You'll be fine. Next question. My question is, of course, about dating. I'm a 27-year-old woman and have never had sex due to the choice to avoid fornication. However, I've had moments of weakness when my boyfriend at the time would not respect the boundaries I set up, such as not staying too late at my place and keeping his hands in appropriate places. I admit it is by my mistake the moments of weakness happened and came really close to sex because it's very difficult when you love a person to not be physical when alone. How can I make sure I'm with someone who will respect my preferred physical boundaries and not eventually try to convince me to have sex 2 months or even 2 years into a relationship? Here's what you do. Keep a musty cooch. Okay? For your benefit and his. You got musty cooch, musty underarms. When he started getting too close, he'd be like, whoo. This smells like a tackle box. You got fish bait in here. You got worms. You got minnows. What's happening here? Never shave your underarms, your legs, your nether regions. Make yourself as unattractive as possible. Hideous, even. I used to wear natural deodorant, but it irritates my skin, so now I don't wear nothing. And I do not wipe good. Still want some sex with me? It stinks down there. He gonna be like, nah, I'm good. Or get a chastity belt, like the movies where they have metal and chains on it. Or just never be alone in the dark times. Here's the analogy I used to give my kids when I used to teach teen Bible study at church. If you're gonna play Shaq one-on-one, or if you're gonna guard Shaq, you can never let him get the ball in the paint. If you let Shaq get the ball in the paint, he's gonna dunk the ball. And this is what's happening with you and your boyfriend. You're letting him in the paint, and he's trying to dunk his balls. And you can't let him. You got to front him. You got to be on the outside. You got to deny. When it's dark outside, you got to go, man. Why? Because when it's nighttime, it's the right time for the devil's playtime. That all rhymed, so you know it's true. Do not let him stay over late because he will try and sex you. You might try and sex yourself. You can't give yourself opportunities for sex. No sex in the champagne room. You cannot give yourself no chance for sex, okay? It's simple as that. As soon as you let yourself open for the opportunity for sex, he gonna take it. 2 years, 2 months, 20 years. Me and my wife successfully did not have the sex, and most of it was just not being around each other after 7. Because that's when I like to kiss and lick. Want to take a quick break from the show and tell you about Ritual. Do you really know what's in your multivitamin? Sugars, GMOs, synthetic fillers, artificial colorants, not to mention animal byproducts like sheep's wool and gelatin from hooves and hides. Do you want hooves and hides up in your vitamin? Hooves and hides? Ain't nobody trying to eat no hooves and hides. But Ritual's clean, vegan-friendly formulas made with key nutrients and forms your body can actually use. No shady extras. Listen, I chose to take Ritual because I was like, hey man, what's up in my body? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to take my health more serious, trying to monitor what goes up in this old high octane fueled body. And look, over the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, pretty much since the pandemic began, I've been taking Ritual and it get my day started going right. You know what I'm talking about? I say, hey, let me wake up, get my workout in, have me a little glass of water, have me my Ritual. Start me off correctamundo. Rituals are formulated with key nutrients, including vitamin D3, to help fill gaps in the diet. Their fresh-tasting, delayed-release capsules are designed to dissolve later in less sensitive areas of the stomach, so you can take them with or without food. Your multivitamins are delivered to your door every month with free shipping always. You can start, snooze, or cancel your subscription anytime. And if you don't love Ritual within your first month, they'll refund your first order. Now, you listen to this. You deserve to know what's in your multivitamin. That's why Ritual is offering my listeners 10% off during your first 3 months. Visit ritual.com/DearKev to start your Ritual today. Once again, that's ritual.com/DearKev to start your Ritual today. And now back to the show. Next question. By the way, you can always submit your questions, Dear Kev, at kevonstage.com. Without you, I have no show, okay? Hello, Mr. Fredericks. My government name? Hello, Mr. Fredericks. I've been dating this lady for 2 years now, and both of us were thinking of marriage, but she wants to take a break. And before I got together, I was a male whore, and that side of me wants to take the break, but the adult side doesn't know how to approach this. You know, my wife tried to take a break with me before we got married. She tried to break up with me, actually. She's like, Kev, we need some time together. We need some time apart. And I was like, nah. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I need some time away from you. I was like, no, I will not allow it. I won't be with you. I'm going to leave you now, but I'm not going to leave you forever. And I did not respect her break. If you think you're going to have lascivious sex after this, you got to be honest with this lady. Say, hey, man, I was a male whore. Capital whore. If I break from you, the thing about breaks in serious relationships, you always run into the Wade problem. The Wade problem is Dwayne Wade had an outside baby when he was on a break with Gabrielle Union. When we were on a break, I just had me some raw sex. Boom, baby born. Now you got a whole nother person all up in your thing. The thing is, when y'all take breaks, both people don't play by the same rules. That's the thing. I don't want to have sex. You do. Now I want to know what you did when we was on the break. It's too much. You cannot do. So listen to me and take it from me. Breaks are bad. Either you stay together or you break up. No lukewarm, because then the whole middle is all what we did on a break. What you did, who you like, what's her name? It's too much. No break, Jake. Next question. Dear Kev, my big sister has been mad at me for as long as I can remember. One time I cursed at my mom and pointed at my sister. She got the switch. She called me fat, so I gave her the people's elbow. She crawled to the corner of the kitchen and sat in a fetal position crying. She was making Kool-Aid one day, and I tipped the stool she was standing on. She broke an arm, and the entire school called her Kool-Aid the whole year. It's hilarious. She moved a pile of snow while shoveling, so I hit her across the back with my shovel. I love my sister, but I don't know what to do. How do I finally get my sister on my side after 40 years of life? Ma'am, you don't love your sister. You're a terrible person. You're a bully. Why would you treat someone you love this way? She got to be the younger sister to you. And I'm the middle child, so I know what it's like. You don't. You lost this woman. 40 years of ravaging abuse, and you expect love after that? Nay, I say unto thee, nay. Don't even try to be her sister no more. What is it called when you don't want your parents to raise you anymore when you're young? Emancipating proclamation your sister. Give her freedom. You can't hold her in bondage of fake sisterly love. This is terrible. This is a terrible way to treat someone you claim to love, honor, respect, and cherish. No. But the answer is give her money. If you give her money, she'll come back. People are poor. I saw today on the news that 1 out of 6 millennials has $100,000 saved. And I was like, fam, who are y'all talking to? 100,000. You think 1 out of 6 millennials, which is what, 38 to 25 or something like that, 23 to 38 right now, something like that, 1980 to 96. Them people do not have no $100,000 saved. Are you crazy? Who even have 100? I don't even know probably 3 people that have $100,000 saved personally. Shall we continue, Joshua? We shall. Yes, we can. Dear Kev, I'm living with a very serious illness that has threatened my life since I was little. It is a disease that limits my physical capabilities and hinders my intimacy with women. The disease is known as micropenis. I'm talking Mr. Chow from The Hangover 2. As a man yourself, I expect you to know how serious this has taken a toll on my life. I'm afraid to advance my relationships with women because of the inevitable. I thought that maybe if I make enough money, she won't care about the size. But I know this isn't realistic. They say it's not the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean. But I'm working with a tugboat, a life raft, if you will. So my question is, should I own my size and subject to a life of stopping doors from hitting the wall and protecting thumbs from sewing mishaps? Or change genders and have lesbian sex for the rest of my life? Any advice would help out a stub like me. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at your little wee-wee. You got a little wee-wee? Listen, man, let me tell you first things first. People laugh and people eat hot dogs and bratwurst, but at baby showers, people eat Vienna sausages too. Every meat has its place. You're not a full course meat. You're an appetizer meat, okay? You're like, hey, I ain't gonna get you full. But while the burgers are in the oven and the lasagna's coming, I'm gonna hold you over type of pain, okay? I'm a whore's divorce, okay? I'm not gonna finish the whole thing off, but I'm gonna stop the hunger from raging on. And listen, if you really think about it, tugboats, they pull the big boats. Life raft saves lives. But you wanna know how to have great sex with your little baby wiener? Here's what you do. Pastor Wilson has a video that made the rounds on the internet. I don't suggest you search it out, but there's other things you can do to get the party started. An appetizer of sex, if you will. A foreplay, a charcuterie board before the main course. I saw this thing on the internet, on Twitter. It came down my timeline. I'm ashamed. It's like an extendo wee-wee. You can like stick another full-size penis on your little baby penis, okay? And then you have it real. It was like a Power Rangers. You'd be like, wee-wee, and then it'll be like, and then you can have real sex. Listen, there's only so much licking you can do. People like that, but they also like the fullness thereof. Have a conversation with your wife. You say, look, baby, look at me naked, okay? It's a baby out there. Do you even like sex? What other ways can we do the sex? Is there some other tools we can use to help? If you're a man and you have like a strap on, you're still a man. Just put it on top of your weenie and you tell your weenie, look, this is just for some times, not all the times. I don't just look, don't take it personal. Okay. But listen, think of all the benefits of having a real weenie on top of your main weenie. You could have sex for longer, very much longer. Man, regular men, we got refractory periods. You know, you have a little sex. Oh, I got to take a nap. I got to wait for it to get big again. You don't have to worry about that. Get a vibrator. Now you have electric penis. You just got to get creative. Have a conversation with your girl. Don't own it all the way. Don't be like, hey, girl, I'm finna tear you up. Because then she sees that. She's like, you ain't finna tear nothing up. All you do is put the little holes in three-ring hole punch paper. That's your job. Okay? Everybody don't want their black blown out. Or date a really small person, like a little person. Be like, is this big to you? Well, although they're big torsos and their limbs are just smaller. And that's not going to work. Sex toys, man. You gotta introduce sex toys to the bedroom and tell your girl to take you for everything. All you are. All of me is a little peen. Okay? Or pray for it. Pray to the Lord and say, God, give me a little bit more. I need just a little more wee. I'm sorry, Erica Campbell. I shouldn't have done that to your song. That was a great gospel song. I'm going to move on because I don't want to help you. You shouldn't have lesbian sex, though. But be proud of your little tugboat, man. You be proud. Want to take a break from the show and tell you about the best thing your penis needs, and that's BlueChew. This episode is sponsored by BlueChew. Guys, remember the days when you were always ready to go? Your peen just needed a little nudge. She'd grace your thigh outside of your jeans. Your peen's like, hello, nurse. Now she can doggone lick your peen, and it's like, what, what you looking at me for? I ain't ready to go. Listen, now you can increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed. Listen up, BlueChew.com. That's blue like the color blue. BlueChew brings you the first chewable vitamin with the same FDA-approved active ingredient as Viagra and Cialis. I'm going to tell you right now, guys. I've been shooting all day, okay? It's almost 7 o'clock. I'm finna try and get me some sex tonight. But I know I need a BlueChew. I'm exhausted. I woke up early, worked out at 4 a.m., sex is on the horizon. The app just crossed 10,000 subscribers. I got at least a hand job coming my way. And BlueChew, I'm gonna need you to get me ready to meet the challenge. BlueChew is prescribed online by licensed physicians, so you don't have to go to the doctor's office or wait in line at the pharmacy, and it ships right to your door in a discreet package. They're made in the United States of America. And since BlueChew prepares and ships direct, they're cheaper than a pharmacy. No awkwardness, and you don't have to leave the house. Right now, we've got a special deal for our listeners. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first shipment free when you use our special promo code DEAR. Just pay $5 shipping. Again, that's BLUE Chew.com. Promo code DEAR to try it for free. Try it for free. BlueChew is the better, cheaper choice, and we thank them for sponsoring the podcast. And remember, when you support our sponsors, you help make this podcast possible. So please be sure to use our promo code DEAR at BlueChew.com. And now back to the show. Dear Kev, my baby's dad is getting out of prison soon. I'm happy for my daughter, who's 3 going on 4. Let me just stop you here. Every baby that is one age is going on the next age. Why do we have to take the time to tell us that they're going on? Everybody that's 3 is going on 4. From the moment you turn 3, you are going on to 4. The moment you turn 4, you're going on to 5. Why do we need to make that distinction? Nobody ever says, hey, Kim, I'm 36 going on 37. Duh, we know. Stop it. I hate that. I'm happy for my daughter, who is 3 years old, because she misses her dad so much, but I'm dreading having to deal with him. He's problematic, and before he left the prison, we were together, but he had got another woman pregnant, who was my friend at the time. I left him the day the child was born, the 3-year-old child, because I was just done with him. Plus, we were already having a lot of problems beforehand. Things like domestic violence between the both of us. Well, more so, me having to defend myself from him, which wasn't hard because he's 150 pounds, and I'm 200 and something. I know, shut your boobs before coming for me. I didn't even say anything yet. You're fat shaming me, and that was a pre-fat shame. You said it wasn't hard to fit. I don't want to go there. It's just funny that you were like, yeah, it wasn't hard because he was a little baby. Anyway, so I wanted out anyways. Once he went to prison, it was just so much easier to leave him. I've been feeling really good at more peace since I left him. I only now want to co-parent, but he's always talking about us working things out, when I'd rather just co-parent because he discussed the AF out of me. I've even told him to just come and talk to me about our daughter, but he doesn't want that. He always wants to be a co-parent, or he always wants to be cool with each other, which I get, but that's not the way he wants to be cool. It's as if he wants some type of control over me and just does not respect his boundaries. Kev, what's the best way to handle this once he gets out? First of all, let me ask you a clarifying question. What was the crime? I don't want to give advice to someone who's in jail for murder or racketeering or armed robbery or assault. If it's like money laundering or like jaywalking or suspended license, maybe. Also, more important, who do you think I am? This is real life advice. I don't know what to do with your baby's father who's leaving prison and wants to come back into the fold. You put too much faith in me. I'm not equipped to give you serious answers like how to co-parent with my father's child who was in prison. We had domestic violence. Ma'am, I'm an idiot. I cannot answer these real questions with real answers. You put too much trust in me. No. I cannot help you. Go to the Lord. Go to a therapist. Go to the people who flip the cards over and read you your stuff. What are people called? Psychics? Tarot card readers? Don't come to me with serious business like this. I like saying dumb stuff and vulva and but. I just want to make you laugh. I really can't help you in your life. I don't want this to be misconstrued. This is strictly for entertainment purposes. I don't want no smoke with your baby's father. Even if he is 150 pounds. Maybe he learned how to fight in prison. I don't want him to be like, oh, Kevon what? Kevon hands, bop, bop. Then he hits me and I can't defend myself. Because I'm too on it, but I don't be fighting like that. The Lord fights my battles. Amen. So to answer your question, I have no idea. Don't write me no more. Not people in general write me. Don't write me about things that serious. Please. Okay? That's enough advice for today. I want y'all to continue with this show. You have to send me questions. I'm picking up the mic and holding it so you know how serious I am. Send me questions. Dear Kev at KevOnStage.com. We'll be here every Friday on Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, not on Apple Music, on Apple Podcasts and Android Podcasts and YouTube and Facebook.